First carry now for David Montgomery. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now second and 6.
Back to throw, Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Fields. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter Pat O'Donnell to kick it away. Back deep to return is Lynn Bowden. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to pass. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. James has got it. Complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Second and 6. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Fields. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
He'll get that out wide to Waddle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From midfield, here's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down. Looks like right at the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. Tua on 4th down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Dolphins have taken the lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Now Brian Flores going to leave the offense out there to go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
Right there, 55. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, check right, check right. 55.
Here's Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's caught off the deflection. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Those tip balls can drive you crazy in so many different directions. If this one hits the ground, they're facing a field goal at best.
Instead, first down. You remember the old tip drill here. It pays off for the offense.
Yeah, the tip drill's supposed to work for the defense. Right. It's in the air, go up and get it. Instead, the offense gets a first down, and that's a big play for them.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Two minutes to play in the first half of an 8-3 game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and goal, Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Tua going to throw. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Now Brian Flores going to leave the offense out there to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. That escapes the sack. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge win for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And this is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. A little juke. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They find some open field here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the 2nd half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. On the return, Lynn Bowden. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
58, right over there, right over there. Here. Mike, 58, right there. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Here's Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Ready. Get Mike. Roll it. Double time. 4 down. 58, boys, 58.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
58, right over there. Mike, 58, right there. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 10. And off comes to Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. It's complete to Robinson. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, Montgomery. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Hands it off out of the gun. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And now here's a carry heading left. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
At the 45-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Let's go, dude. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, watch out, watch out. Check Mike 54.
Throw left side complete. That's Parker. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
And the Dolphins first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
He tackled by Jalen Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 8 coming up.
Check, check. Watch it before. Watch it before. All day, baby. All day, all day. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Tua. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Second turn, defense. Second turn, defense. Let's go. Watch it.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
58, come on. 58, come on. Rip left, rip left.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
58, right over there, Mike 58, right there.
They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence? And they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. Fields now to throw. He finds Robinson. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields escaping the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down. On 1st down, Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Fields. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Completes this again to Shepard. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. That's complete to Robinson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Complete to the tight end, James. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's Fields. He's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Now, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Miami, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take